Alright, so today what we're going to do is we're going to do lesson 6 in the hands-on equations, okay? And we're going to look at the distributive property. Now, how many of you absolutely love the distributive property? Yeah, not very many of you. A lot of times students don't really understand what the distributive property does. Yes, there's a trick and they tell you how to do it, but you don't really get why it works. It's just, you're supposed to take these numbers and do stuff with them, okay? So we're going to kind of do the long version of this, and then eventually we're going to do the shortcut, but we're going to go to the long way first, okay? All right, so let's go ahead then and let's look at the app. Again, this is lesson 6. All right, and it looks like... Did it freeze on me? Thank you. There we go. It looks like that. So I want you to write that down on your notes. I don't want you to distribute anything, so we're going to do it differently. Okay, so I've got a 2, and then a parenthesis, and then a 2x plus 1 parentheses equals 18. Now, do you see the number 2 in front of the parentheses? Do you see that right there? That means that I have 2 presents. You like presents, right? Sure. Except for math presents, right? Inside the present is 2x plus 1. Do you see that? So there's 2 packages of this. Okay? So what that means is, I'm going to go back to my notes. I'm going to write down the original. So this is example B. It said 2 parentheses 2x plus 1. Thank you. Equals 18. So this 2 right here means there's 2 packages of what's in that parenthesis. So it means I've got 2x plus 1. There's 1 package. Plus 2x plus 1, here's the second package, and that gives me 18. We okay with that? So there's 2 packages. Now if that number that's highlighted was a 3, that would mean there's 3 packages of what's in the parentheses. If the number up front was 5, that would mean we have 5 packages of what's in that parenthesis. Okay? So now let's expand it. So I've got x plus 1 plus x plus 1 equals 18. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my app for just a minute so we have an idea of what this looks like. And of course it always kicks me out, but it's okay. So it's 2 packages, so I'm going to go 2x plus 1. There's 1 package. And then I'm going to go 2x plus 1. There's the second package. And that's going to give me 18. So I got an 8, 10, and an 8. Now, how many x's can I take away from each side? None. I can't do it, so I'm going to let it go. How many numbers can I take away from each side? Christian? 2. So I'm going to take 2 away from the left-hand side. And when I take 2 away from the right-hand side, it turns to 16. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that here. I'm going to go minus 2, draw my line, x plus x plus x plus x equals 16. And what does x equal then? Yes, 4. It does equal 4. And then I'm going to circle it. And you just did kind of the distributive property. All that means is that there's 2 packages of that. That's all that means. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do our check. I'm going to write check. I'm going to write the original problem. So 2 parentheses 2x plus 1 parentheses equals 18. Now, this is where it gets a little high schoolish. It gets tough here, okay? So I'm going to go 2 parentheses 2. I'm going to take out that x and put in a 4, but I have to put parentheses there. see that? So I took out that x and I put in the 4. Now, when I do order of operations, I've got to look inside the parentheses. So I'm looking at this right in here. And I solve what's in there first. So if I do order of operations now, what do I do first inside the parentheses? 2 times 4. So 2 times 4, 2 times 4 is 8. And again, I keep those parentheses. Now I'm still looking inside that parenthesis. So 8 plus 1 is 9. Still need a parenthesis. And then I get 18 equals 18, and it's a check. Okay? So really that highlighted part on the check, that's pretty heavy duty order of operations in high school. Now it's going to get worse, okay? But that's really, elementary kids don't really do that very often, okay? Questions? All right, we're going to move down now, and I'm going to do example C. And you can enter this in later, okay? I'm going to go to C, and I've got 2 parentheses, x plus 4 parentheses, plus x equals x plus 12. Okay? Now, I'm going to go back to my app here, and I'm going to write that down. Now this can be a little confusing, so I want to make sure that you get what I mean here. Okay, now I've got the 2 out front, right? Do you see that? Now that means I got 2 packages of what's in these parentheses. Do you see that? So it's 2 packages of x plus 4. If this x on the other side, on the right, that has nothing to do with it. That's someone else's package, okay? And you don't want to touch someone else's present, because what happens when you open up someone else's present? You get in trouble, right? Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble. So the one that I highlighted in yellow, that is 2 packages of what's in that pink package, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go x plus 4 plus x plus 4, that's 2 packages of that, plus x, that's that other present out on the side, equals x plus 12. We okay? Okay, now, how many x's can I take away? I can take away 1. So I'm going to go minus x, I get x plus 4 plus x plus 4 equals 12. Okay, now how many numbers can I take away? 8. So minus 8, x plus x equals 4. Good. X equals 2. Excellent. Okay, let's go up into the check. I'm going to write the original problem now. I'm going to take out my x's and put in a 2 right now. Help me out here. This first x, do I need parentheses? No. I do not. I can put them, but I don't need them. So I'm not going to put them in there just because I don't need them. Okay, now what do I do first? Yes?
Add what's inside the parentheses.
Excellent. Add what's in the parentheses, and I get 6. And I'm going to keep the parentheses. Okay, now what do I do?
Multiply.
Excellent. Multiply. I get 12 plus 2 equals 14. 14 equals 14, and it's a check. Notice how this is not difficult. You've been working right along. You're keeping up on things. This should be very comfortable. So again, this is one way of handling the distributive property. Now we're going to get harder later, but right now this is how I want you to do it. All right? Any questions? Okay.